Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Are you using these two kind of secret levels of the conscious mind to supersize and grow your business? Let's talk about it. We talked about the unconscious and the conscious mind yesterday and how they impact our business and can impact our business. And today we're going to talk about the subconscious and the superconscious mind. I love this little graphic because it reminds me that our brains, our minds, our being are made up of 4 different levels of consciousness. Each one serves a different purpose. Each one can be used and tapped into to create what it is that we want for ourselves individually, as well as for our organizations. Because our organization, our business has a collective mind, and whatever's strongest in that mind operates the same way as it does for us as individuals. So today, let's talk about the subconscious mind, what it is, why it matters, and how we can use it. And I'll share a couple of people's examples of how they use this. And this applies to our business as well as to us and everybody else in our organization, and then collectively as an organization. So what the heck is the subconscious mind? You've probably heard of it. If you haven't, I'd be surprised, because it actually runs 90 to 95% of our reactions and our actions based on our beliefs, our memories, our habits, and our emotions. It influences 90 to 95% of our behaviors and reactions without us even realizing it. And guess what? That means that 90% of what's going on inside your business is also based on people's beliefs, experiences, reactions, and things that aren't necessarily consciously controlled by them or selected by them. Why does this matter? Because our beliefs can either empower us or they can sabotage us. Same is true of our business. The beliefs of the collective for our organization can either empower us, help us take risks, help us react and take actions to changes in the marketplace quickly or slowly, depending on what we believe. And those can either empower us to grow and supersize, or they can hold us back and sabotage us from opportunities, or not even see opportunities that are out there every day for us. Let me share John's story with you. John avoids public speaking at all costs. He doesn't want to speak up. He doesn't speak up in meetings. He doesn't share his thoughts and ideas, which is limiting his career. Even though he wants to improve, there's a subconscious memory of being teased and laughed at in school that has trapped him and keeps him afraid. So until he deals with this underlying belief, a false belief, of course, because everybody can learn anything. John can certainly learn to be a great public speaker, and at this point he has, but before, it was just an area that was holding him back, not only in his professional life, but in his personal life as well, because he wasn't sharing and speaking up in his relationships either. So our subconscious mind, based on beliefs, habits, memories, experiences, and emotions, that'll run the show for us 90 to 95% of the time, unless we become aware of it and we set a process in place for dealing with limiting beliefs, which we talked about the other day. The superconscious mind, what is it? It often described as our higher self, our divine mind, our inner guidance system, our connection to something outside of us, bigger than us. The whole oneness, spirituality, God thing. It's where wisdom resides, universal wisdom resides, and where we can actually tap into and connect to that if we believe we can. So why does it matter? The superconscious mind provides access to creativity, inner peace, purpose, and higher levels of consciousness. It supports spiritual and emotional well-being, helping us align with our true self. Do you know what an organization of true self individuals aligned for a common goal can achieve? Absolutely, positively anything you want. Let's share an example of this. David meditates daily and finds clarity, creativity, and answers from within. He feels guided, calm, and confident because he's connected to his superconscious mind. He does it every day. I meditate, I journal, I have a gratitude journal. I do all kinds of practices and things to tap into a better version and a higher version of myself. I've been doing it since 2010 now. Prior to that, not so much. Sad to admit, but I don't even think I knew what my superconscious mind, or that there even was such a thing, when I was younger. And I guess I wasn't that young, right? I was 50 in 2010. So what does that tell you? So today, think about how people's subconscious minds are impacting your business right now. And I would actually recommend that you find a way to help people become aware of, identify limiting beliefs or places that they might be, including you, self-sabotaging yourself or undermining ourselves in areas where we could see more opportunity, where we could have more success, where we could create whatever it is we want and be the best version of ourselves within the organization and the organization as well, to create and build and supersize the business that you want. Look for that. And then I would say, if you're not doing anything or have never heard of the superconscious mind, Google it today, get curious, ask at least one question about the superconscious mind, and think of a way that you can start tapping into it, learning more about it, whatever is appropriate for you, and encourage people in your organization to do the same. Well, some of them think you're crazy and woo-woo as you share this stuff. Absolutely. I guarantee people in my companies think that I'm just nuts about certain things, but I share it respectfully in appropriate ways and at appropriate times, or as I deem appropriate anyway, and encourage other people just to get curious about. I don't know what's exactly right for them. Only they can answer that question, and only they know what the timing, the right, divine right timing for them is as well. Some people will never, ever look outside of themselves, or they'll never contribute, like we talked about last month. Some people will never choose to develop personally. There's a whole lot of the population that got through high school barely, and that's where they stop learning and growing. And until something happens in their life that encourages them to do so, they won't do it. All right, they'll let the news and other things and other people think for them. All right, if I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.